Welcome to my Hindi classes. In this session, we will be doing the question answers of Dukkadhikar. In my previous videos, I have already explained the chapter. I will be sharing the link of that videos in this session. So kindly go through the same before doing the question answers. Also, if you are watching my video for the first time, do like, share and subscribe my channel and press the bell button for future notification of my videos. The first section is मौखिक. निम्नलिखित प्रश्नों के उत्तर एक दो पंक्तियों में दीजिए. So you have to give the answers in one or two sentences. First question. किसी व्यक्ति के पोशाक को देखकर हमें क्या पता चलता है? What do we know by looking at a person's dress or costume? किसी व्यक्ति की पोशाक को देखकर हमें उसका समाज में स्थान, दर्जा और उसके अधिकार का पता चलता है. So, a dress of a person reveals his position or his place or his level in the society. समाज means society, स्थान means position, दर्जा means level और उसके अधिकार का पता चलता है और his authority, what authority he is having in that society. So that dress reveals all these things. Next question. खरबूजे बेचने वाली स्त्री से कोई खरबूजे क्यों नहीं खरीद रहा था? Why nobody was purchasing the melons from that lady who was selling that melons? What was the reason? खरबूजे बेचने वाली अपने पुत्र के मौत के अगले दिन ही खरबूजे बेचने आ गई थी. लोगों का मानना था कि सूतक वाले घर से खरबूजे खरीदकर खाने में धर्मभ्रष्ट हो जाता है, इसलिए उससे कोई खरबूजे नहीं खरीद रहा था. So why nobody was purchasing the melons from her? Because his son died a day before only, and she came to the market to purchase to sell the melons. So as per the customs or belief, if somebody dies in our family or somebody take birth, in that case you cannot mix or you cannot meet with the people outside. So you have to detach yourself from people, from outsiders basically. So you cannot attend any function or you cannot sell, purchase anything. You cannot do anything for that particular time period. But what she did, she came the next day itself to sell the melons. So that was something against their customs and beliefs. So what people used to think, if they purchase melons during that time, during this Sutak time, that is something they don't consider auspicious or they don't consider it as good. It is something they feel that it will bring bad luck for them. So that's why nobody was purchasing the melons from her. Next question. उस स्त्री को देखकर लेखक को कैसा लगा? How did the writer feel when he saw that woman? उस स्त्री को रोते हुए देखकर लेखक के मन में व्यथा उठी. वह उसके दुख का कारण जानने के लिए बेचैन हो उठा. Like seeing that lady crying, the writer also felt very sad. Vyatha means he felt very sad. So he was very restless. He got very restless because he wanted to know the reason why she is very sad or why she is crying. बेचैन means restless. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. उस स्त्री के लड़के की मृत्यु का कारण क्या था? What was the reason for that boy's death, that lady's son? So what was the reason for his death? उस स्त्री के लड़के की मृत्यु सांप द्वारा डसने के कारण हुआ था. That boy died because of the snake bite. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. बुढ़िया को कोई भी क्यों उधार नहीं देता? Why no one lends to the old lady? What was the reason? स्त्री का कमाऊ बेटा मर चुका था. लोगों को आशंका थी कि उधार देने पर पैसे वापस नहीं मिलेंगे, इसलिए कोई उधार देने को तैयार नहीं था. What was the reason? Like his earnings, and that boy was the only earning member in his family. So his earning son was dead. So nobody was ready to lend. The main reason was they had a doubt, or they had a fear that if they give her the money, they won't get it back. Ashanka means doubtful or fear. So they had a fear that if they give the money, they will not get it back. So that's why nobody was ready. Next is लिखित. निम्नलिखित प्रश्नों के उत्तर 25 से 30 शब्दों में लिखिए. You have to write the answers in 25 to 30 words. First question. मनुष्य के जीवन में पोशाक का क्या महत्व है? What is the value of dress or costumes in human life? मनुष्य के जीवन में पोशाक का बहुत महत्व है. पोशाक से मनुष्य के सामाजिक और आर्थिक स्थिति का पता चलता है. पोशाक मनुष्य को समाज में इज्जत दिलाती है और कभी कभी नीचे झुकने से भी रोकती है. So this dress, it has a lot of value in human life because the dress shows the social and economic status of a man. Samajik means social, Arthik means economic. So it shows the social and economic condition of a man. पोशाक मनुष्य को समाज में इज्जत दिलाती है. This dress also, like, it gives us respect in the society. See, if we are well dressed and if we are from a higher status, definitely we get that respect in the society. At the same time, this dress also, it becomes a reason, like, if sometimes if we want to know about these lower level people or these poor people, if we want to get mixed with them, at that time this dress only became a bondage for us. पोशाक हमारे लिए कब बंधन और अड़चन बन जाते हैं? When this dress becomes a hindrance or bondage for us. अड़चन means hindrance, बंधन means bondage. When it becomes a bondage for us, जब हम निचली श्रेणी के लोगों का अनुभव को जानने की कोशिश करते हैं या उनके साथ बैठकर उनकी तकलीफ़ समझना चाहते हैं, उस समय पोशाक हमारे लिए बंधन और अड़चन बन जाती हैं. So when this become a hindrance for us, a dress, when we want to, or when we want to know about the experience of this lower category people or poor people. Anubhav means experience. Nichli Shreni means lower category people. When we try to understand their experience and when we want to sit with them and want to know their pain. Taklif means pain, their problems. Baithna means we want to sit with them and we want to know their pain. So at that time, our dress becomes an hindrance in doing that. लेखक उस स्त्री के रोने का कारण क्यों नहीं जान पाया? Why the writer could not find out the reason for that lady's pain or sadness. लेखक उस स्त्री के रोने का कारण इसलिए नहीं जान पाया क्योंकि वह उच्च श्रेणी से था और उसकी पोशाक उस स्त्री के साथ फुटपाथ पर बैठने में अड़चन बन रही थी. Why he could not find out the reason? Because he was from a higher category. Okay? He was from a rich family, and Uchi Shreni means higher category, and his dress was becoming an hindrance to sit with that lady in the footpath and to know why she was sad or why she is crying. So his dress was the main hindrance for that. भगवाना अपने परिवार का निर्वाह कैसे करता था? How Bhagwana used to manage the living of his family. निर्वाह means managing the living. भगवाना अपने परिवार का निर्वाह शहर के पास 1.5 बीघा भर ज़मीन में कचहरी करके करता. वह बाज़ार में इन खरबूजों को ले जाकर फुटपाथ पर बैठकर बेचा करता था. So what he used to do? He used to manage the living of his family, like they had a small piece of land near the town, so where he used to sow the melons. Okay, and that melons he used to take to the market, and he used to sit in the footpath and he used to sell them to the people. So in that way he used to manage the living of his family. लड़के की मृत्यु के दूसरे ही दिन बुढ़िया खरबूजे बेचने क्यों चल पड़ी? like why that lady, his son died, and the next day itself she went to the market and started selling melons. What was the reason for that? बेटे को सांप के डसने के कारण झाड़ फूक और पूजा के लिए घर पर रखा आटा और अनाज दान दक्षिणा में दे दिया, और उसकी मृत्यु के बाद उसे विदा करने के लिए बाकी सब कुछ बिक गए। बुखार से तपते हुए बहू और भूखे बच्चों के लिए बुढ़िया दूसरे ही दिन मजबूरन खरबूजे बेचने चल पड़ी। So what was the reason? So due to the snake bite, she took his son to the Oja, right? And they did some puja and all. For that puja, whatever food items like atta, wheat, rice, whatever food items she had, she gave it as offerings. But she could not save his son due to the the proper treatment was not there, so she could not save his son. But after that, for the last rituals, she gave all the jewelry, whatever she had. She sold everything, or she gave everything to do the last rituals. Now her daughter-in-law was like having high fever, and her grandchildren, they were also like very hungry. So she was helpless. Just because of that situation, the next day itself she went to the market to sell the melons. बुढ़िया के दुख को देखकर लेखक को अपने पड़ोस की सम्राट महिला की याद क्यों आई? Seeing that old lady's pain or sadness, why the writer thought about that lady? Sambrat means a person from a higher level or higher rich category people. So why did he thought about that lady? What was the reason? लेखक को बुढ़िया के पुत्र शोक को देखकर पड़ोस के सम्राट महिला की याद आ गई, जो अपने पुत्र के मृत्यु के शोक में 2.5 महीने तक पलंग पर पड़ी रही। वह दोनों की अवस्था की तुलना कर रहा था और सोच रहा था कि बेचारी बुढ़िया को शोक मनाने का भी अधिकार नहीं है। Why he was thinking about that lady? Because what happened? This lady, this old poor lady was also, she also lost her son. Okay, but why he was thinking about that lady? Because सम्राट महिला की याद आ गई, जो अपने पुत्र के मृत्यु के शोक में 2.5 महीने तक पलंग पर पड़ी रही. She also lost her son. And how did she reacted to that? She was in her bed for almost 2.5 months. 2.5 महीने means 2.5 months. She was totally in the bed. पलंग means bed. वह दोनों की अवस्था की तुलना कर रहा था. He was just comparing the situation of both the ladies. तुलना means compare. Avastha, situation. So he was trying to compare the situation of both the ladies, and he was thinking about this old poor lady, that she doesn't have the right to mourn also. Because of her situation, she can't even mourn the death of her son. नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज निम्नलिखित प्रश्नों के उत्तर 50 से 60 शब्दों में लिखिए. यू हैव टू राइट द आंसर्स इन 50 to 60 वर्ड्स. द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, बाजार के लोग खरबूजे बेचने वाली स्त्री के बारे में क्या क्या कह रहे थे? अपने शब्दों में लिखिए. So in the story we have seen like people, those who were standing nearby to that lady in that market, they were talking about her. So what generally they were discussing about that lady? So you have to write it in your own words. बाजार के लोग उस स्त्री के बारे में कई तरह की बातें कर रहे थे. वह उसे ताने दे रहे थे. कुछ लोगों ने उसे बेहया कहा क्योंकि वह अपने बेटे के मृत्यु के दूसरे ही दिन खरबूजे बेचने चली आई. एक सज्जन कह रहे थे कि जैसे नियति होगी अल्लाह वैसे ही बरकत देंगे. बाकी कुछ लोगों का कहना था कि ऐसे लोगों का कोई ईमान धर्म नहीं होता और रिश्ते का भी कोई महत्व नहीं होता. ये सिर्फ रोटी के टुकड़े के लिए जीते हैं. So So in the market they were talking about like various things about that lady, and what basically they were doing, they were taunting her. Basically this tani means taunt. What one person was saying, like some persons, कुछ लोगों ने उसको बेहया कहा. Some of them were saying she is a shameless lady. Why they were saying shameless? Beha means shameless, because her son died, yes, like a day before only, and she had come to the market to sell the melons. Now the other person, एक सज्जन कह रहे थे, the other person was saying, जैसी नियति अल्लाह वैसे ही बरकत देगा. Like Allah will give what profits or gains according to your intentions. Niyati means intention, barakat means profit or gain. So according to your intention solely, Allah will give you the profits and gains. If your intentions are good, then only you will get good. Now the other person, बाकी कुछ लोग का कहना था. Now the other person standing nearby, what they were saying, ऐसे लोगों का कोई ईमान धर्म नहीं होता. People like these people, they don't have any values, culture, nothing. और रिश्तों का भी कोई महत्व नहीं होता. रिश्ता मीन्स रिलेशन, एंड दे डोंट गिव एनी वैल्यू और इम्पोर्टेंस टू रिलेशन. महत्व मीन्स वैल्यू और इम्पोर्टेंस. वह सिर्फ रोटी के टुकड़े के लिए जीते हैं. दे ओनली सर्वाइव और दे ओनली लिव फॉर अ पीस ऑफ ब्रेड. पास पड़ोस की दुकानों से पूछने पर लेखक को क्या पता चला? सो व्हेन द राइटर इंक्वायर्ड अबाउट दैट लेडी फ्रॉम द नियर बाय शॉप, व्हाट ही केम टू नो अबाउट दैट लेडी. पास पड़ोस की दुकानों से पूछने पर लेखक को पता चला कि बुढ़िया के 23 साल का जवान बेटे की एक दिन पहले मृत्यु हो गई. वह शहर के पास 1.5 बीघा ज़मीन पर खरबूजे उगाकर उसे बाज़ार में बेचकर अपने परिवार का निर्वाह करता था. एक दिन सवेरे खरबूजे तोड़ते समय उसका पैर एक सांप पर पड़ गया और सांप के डसने पर उसकी मौत हो गई. घर का गुजारा करने का कोई और रास्ता न होने के कारण वो अगले दिन ही खरबूजे बेचने चली आई. So when the writer inquired from the nearby shops, he came to know that this old lady had a 23-year-old young son who just died recently. 23 साल means 23 and जवान means young. वह शहर के पास 1.5 बीघा ज़मीन पर खरबूजे उगाकर उसे बाज़ार में बेचकर अपने परिवार का निर्वाह करता था. So his son, he had a small piece of land near that town where he used to grow this kharbuje melons, and he used to sell it in the market, and he used to manage the living of his family. That this thing he came to know from that market. एक दिन सवेरे खरबूजे तोड़ते समय उसका पैर एक सांप पर पड़ गया. So while plucking the melons, he kept his leg on the snake. So what happened? That snake bite him and he died. घर का गुजारा करने का कोई और रास्ता नहीं था. So to manage the home, because there was nothing left in their home. So to manage, there was no other option. So this old lady had to come, and she has to sell the melons because there was no other option. She had a daughter-in-law, her grandchildren, so they all were hungry. So she came the next day and started selling the melons. लड़के को बचाने के लिए बुढ़िया माँ ने क्या क्या उपाय किया? So to save his son, that old lady, what all things she did to save his son? उपाय means solutions. लड़के को बचाने के लिए वह उसे ओझा के पास ले गई. सांप का विष उतारने के लिए झाड़ फूँक करवाया. नाग देवता की पूजा करवाई. घर का आटा और अनाज सभी कुछ दान दक्षिणा के रूप में दे दिया. उसने अपने बेटे को बचाने के लिए सब कुछ दे दिया. उससे जो कुछ हो पाया उसने किया, परंतु विष के प्रभाव से उसका पूरा शरीर काला पड़ गया और उसकी मृत्यु हो गई. सो वॉट ऑल थिंग्स शी डिड? लड़के को बचाने के लिए वह उसे ओझा के पास ले गई. शी टुक हर टू ओझा. सांप के विष उतारने के लिए झाड़ फूँक करवाया. नाग देवता की पूजा करवाई. सो टू जस्ट remove that poison, what she did, they did so many pujas. they believe like snake as a god, so they did puja for snake god also. And घर का आटा और अनाज सभी कुछ दान दक्षिणा में दी थी. whatever she had, whatever food item she had in her house, everything she gave it as an offering. दान दक्षिणा means offering. उसने अपने बेटे को बचाने के लिए सब कुछ किया. like she did whatever she can do to save his son. उसे जो कुछ हो पाया उसने किया, means whatever she can do she did it. परंतु विष के प्रभाव से उसका पूरा शरीर काला पड़ गया था. बट ड्यू टू दैट पॉइजन his entire body was black in color. It turned into black color. और उसकी मृत्यु हो गई. And that boy died. Oja is not a doctor. In villages they have some people who do this mantra puja and everything, and they believe by doing that they can save a son. See, they are not that much educated, so they believe in all such things. Instead of going to the doctor, they generally prefer to go to Oja. If there is a snake bite or something like that, they go to them and they just do the puja and all, and they believe that he will be all right. लेखक ने बुढ़िया के दुख का अंदाज़ा कैसे लगाया? Like how the writer could realize or understand the pain of that old lady. लेखक ने बुढ़िया के दुख का अंदाज़ा अपने पड़ोस में रहने वाली एक सम्राट महिला को याद करके किया. पिछले वर्ष उस महिला के पुत्र की मृत्यु हो गई थी, जिसके कारण वह 2.5 मास तक पलंग पर ही पड़ी रही थी. वह पुत्र शोक में हर 15 मिनट में मूर्छित हो जाती. उसके सिरहाने 2 डॉक्टर हमेशा बैठे रहते और उसके माथे पर हमेशा बर्फ की पट्टी रखे रहते. उस महिला की दुख को याद करते हुए लेखक ने अंदाज़ा लगाया कि इस बुढ़िया का दुख भी कितना बड़ा होगा. Just to realize or understand the pain of this old lady, the writer thought about the lady who lost her son last year. पिछले वर्ष means last year. उस महिला के पुत्र की मृत्यु हो गई थी, जिसके कारण वह 2.5 मास तक पलंग पर ही थी. That lady lost her son, and just because of that she was in the bed for 2.5 months. 2.5 मास means 2.5 months. वह पुत्र शोक में हर 15 मिनट में मूर्छित हो जाती. Due to that shock, because he lost his son, due to that pain, she used to get faint in every 15 minutes. मूर्छित means faint. 15 मिनट means 15 minutes. उसके सिरहाने 2 डॉक्टर होते. Like near to her bed, all there were like 2 doctors were always available. और उसके माथे पर हमेशा बर्फ रखते. In her forehead they used to keep ice. They used to keep the ice on her forehead. उस महिला की दुख को याद करते हुए लेखक ने अंदाज़ा लगाया कि इस बुढ़िया का दुख भी कितना बड़ा होगा. Just he thought about that lady and he could realize that the pain of this old lady, so it will be also for her also it will be very painful. She will be very sad. इस पाठ का शीर्षक दुख का अधिकार कहाँ तक सार्थक है, स्पष्ट कीजिए. The title of this story, दुख का अधिकार, how significant or how apt it is. इस पाठ का शीर्षक दुख का अधिकार पूर्ण रूप से सार्थक है, क्योंकि इस कहानी से यह एहसास होता है कि शोक मनाने का अधिकार सिर्फ ऊंचे श्रेणी के लोगों को है. उनका दुख देखकर आसपास के लोग दुखी होते हैं, उनके प्रति सहानुभूति प्रकट करते हैं. जब कोई गरीब दुखी होता है तब कोई उनके दुख का अंदाज़ा लगाए बिना उन्हें घृणा से देखते हैं. वह ताने मारकर उन्हें बहुत कष्ट पहुंचाते हैं, मानो गरीबों को दुख मनाने का जैसे कोई अधिकार ही नहीं होता. The title of this story is significant and apt. Why? From this story what we can realize that to feel the pain or to become sad, only this high category of people have the right to feel the pain. Okay, when they cry or when they are in pain, people around them show sympathy towards them, right? And what is the case with these poor people? When they are in pain, the people near to them, they never realize their pain. Instead of that, other people see them with hatred. They pass taunting comments on them, and they hurt them. Like the higher category people, they always hurt them without realizing their pain. What we feels like this rich people, they only have the right to become sad or the right to mourn. The lower people, they don't have any rights. निम्नलिखित के आशय स्पष्ट कीजिए. Just we have to explain the meaning, what exactly it says. जैसे वायु की लहरें कटी हुई पतंग को सहसा भूमि पर नहीं गिर जाने देती, उसी तरह खास परिस्थितियों में हमारी पोशाक हमें झुक सकने से रोकी रहती है. The same way, like the wind never allows the kite to come to the ground, the same way our costumes also never allows us to interact with the lower category people. So we have to explain it. लेखक कहना चाहते हैं कि हमारी पोशाक, हमारा दर्जा हमें नीचे झुकने से रोकती है. जिस तरह हवा की लहरें खटी हुई पतंग को एकदम से ज़मीन पर गिरने नहीं देती, उसी प्रकार हमारी पोशाक हमें निचली श्रेणी वालों से भी मिलने जुलने नहीं देती. What the writer is trying to say, like our dress and our level, they generally stop us from mixing or interacting with the lower category people. The same way, like the wind, it never allows the kite to immediately come down to the ground. They slowly only they can come, immediately they cannot come. In the same way, our dress, our costumes, they always like stop us from interacting with this lower level of people. We cannot go down and we cannot like mix with them, because that our dress or our status never allows us to do that. इनके लिए बेटी बेटा, खसम लुगाई, धर्म ईमान सब रोटी का टुकड़ा है. For them, son, daughter, husband, wife, your custom beliefs, everything is a piece of bread only. प्रस्तुत वाक्य का यह आशय है कि गरीब लोगों के लिए एक टुकड़ा रोटी या अपने भूख मिटाना ही सब कुछ है. अपने भूख को मिटाने के लिए वह हर पाप करने को तैयार रहता है. रोटी पा लेना और भूख मिटाना ही उसके जीवन का सबसे बड़ी प्राथमिकता है, और इस प्राथमिकता के लिए वो सभी रिश्ते और धर्म को भुलाने पर विवश हो जाते हैं. So these words, what does it mean? They say like poor people, for a piece of bread, they are ready to do anything. And to satisfy their hunger, they are ready to do any sin. Bhuk mitana means satisfy their hunger. Bhuk means hunger, and pap means sin. So to satisfy their hunger, they are ready to do any sin. रोटी पा लेना और भूख मिटाना ही उसके जीवन का सबसे बड़ी प्राथमिकता है. To get food and to satisfy their hunger, that is the main priority in their life. और इस प्राथमिकता के लिए वह सभी रिश्ते और धर्म को भूलने पर विवश हो जाते हैं. Just because of their hunger, they become helpless. Vivash means helpless. They becomes helpless and forgets everything about the relation, culture, value, everything, because they have to satisfy their hunger. शोक करने, गम मनाने के लिए भी सहूलियत चाहिए, और दुखी होने का भी एक अधिकार होता है. So to mourn or to become sad, you need the facility or privilege. To feel that sadness or pain, you should have the right also to become sad. That is what the question means. लेखक सम्राट महिला और गरीब बुढ़िया के दुख मनाने के ढंग को देखकर सोचता है कि दुख मनाने के लिए भी मनुष्य को सुविधा होनी चाहिए. जिसके पास धन हो, सुविधाएं हो, घर की जिम्मेदारी ना हो, उसे ही दुख मनाने का अधिकार होता है. जो गरीब होते हैं वह शोक मनाने का अधिकार भी खो बैठते हैं. उनकी मजबूरी और जिम्मेदारी उन्हें शोक मनाने नहीं देती. सो व्हाट द राइटर इज सेइंग, लेखक सम्राट महिला और गरीब बुढ़िया के दुख मनाने का ढंग को देखकर सोचता है. ही जस्ट थिंक्स अबाउट लाइक द वे दिस दैट लेडी हु इज़ फ्रॉम अ रिच फैमिली एंड दिस ओल्ड लेडी, द वे दे एक्सप्रेस देयर पेन. सो ही वॉज जस्ट थिंकिंग कि दुख मनाने के लिए भी मनुष्य को सुविधा होनी चाहिए. टू मॉर्न ऑल्सो द पीपल शुड हैव द प्रिविलेज और फैसिलिटी. जिनके पास धन हो, सुविधाएं हो, घर की जिम्मेदारी ना हो, उसे ही दुख मनाने का अधिकार है. सो हु इज़ हैविंग द राइट टू मॉर्न? दोज हु हैव मनी, facility, or those who don't have any responsibilities. Like if someone else is there to take care of the responsibility, only they have the right to mourn. जो गरीब होते हैं वो शोक मनाने का अधिकार भी खो बैठते हैं. Now those who are poor, they don't even have the right to mourn. उनकी मजबूरी और जिम्मेदारी उन्हें शोक मनाने नहीं देती. Their helplessness and their responsibilities that never allows them to mourn also or feel that pain or show or express that pain. They don't have the right also. With this we have finished the chapter as well as the activity questions. Hope it is clear to you. In case if you have any doubt, you can send your query to my comment box. I will review it and reply it to you. So study this chapter well. We will meet in the next session with a new chapter. Till then, take care and bye.